Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Today I want to talk about an underrated part of the Steelers' win in Week 18 against Baltimore, which was the first and most crucial step into making the postseason. Really defensively to me was the reason why this team won from a broad perspective, holding Baltimore to 13 points, really playing strong situational football, third down, turnovers, red zone, especially in the first half whenever the offense sputtered as it typically does in Pittsburgh. But for Baltimore, there were two key components to winning this game. A, defending the run game, stopping the run, which Pittsburgh did not do, giving up 249 on the ground, a 46-yard touchdown to Latavius Murray. But second, and they did this part well, defending the quick game, defending the short pass game with quarterback Tyler Huntley at quarterback for the Ravens. Baltimore had become a more shorter passing game, rhythmic passing game. You look at the yards per attempt between Jackson and Huntley. Huntley's numbers were quite a bit lower. And so overall, I thought the way the defense and specifically the corners and safeties played that quick game was a big reason for why Pittsburgh kept the score down the way they did. Multiple examples of that to show you guys today. This one early in the game here, a 2nd and 8 here on the Ravens' first possession here early in the first quarter. Watch Cam Sutton to the top ISO here on this receiver out of this heavy personnel. And you're going to see Sutton just close and tackle the catch here. That old Dick LeBeau principle of just wrap up and tackle the catch. And so playing this bail technique, he's got no real help over the top. It's a cover three shell, so he's got to defend the vertical aspect here, but then driving, planting, driving, and then wrapping up there to not allow any yak and only allow just a handful of yards on this play. So just a good job here from Sutton again, bailing on the snap, going to drive that upfield foot and then plant, drive, take a good angle of the football and make the stop there on the receiver. Ultimately, just a gain here of a couple yards, not even that, from 2nd and 8 to 3rd and 5. So it puts them in the third and it's a manageable situation, but you're not allowing yak and not allowing anything after the catch. And so that's just kind of the theme of the day, stopping some of that quick game. Another example here from Cam Sutton, and it's not always about tackling the cat. Sometimes it's not allowing the throw to materialize in the first place. And so we're going to watch this one here in down and distance, 1st and 10 here early in the what is the second quarter, and you're going to watch Huntley roll out here to his left, looking for one of these options to the field side, 3-by-1 here to the bottom, primarily the corner or the hitch route, the curl route to Hollywood Brown, and Sutton takes that away, and it forces Huntley to just tuck the ball, run, and not get a whole lot. So good job here by Millet as well, understanding leverage. He's got inside help here with Minka. He's going to play outside leverage, take away the corner route on the smash concept, the 7 route, and the curl route. And so now Huntley has nothing available to him at all. He's got to tuck the ball, run, gets a couple yards, I believe, out of it, but it's minimal damage. And so you take that for sure on 1st and 10. And so 1st and 10 turns into it. Let's see what it turns into, 2nd and 7. So 3 yards on what should have been a 7, 8 yard kind of gain for Baltimore on this play. Well defended by both Millet and Cam Sutton. Mike Tomlin likes to say in some of these, big time marquee matchups that big guys run and little guys hit. And here's an example of a little guy hitting Joe Hayden, top of the screen here, tackling tight end Mark Andrews in the flat. And Hayden, he's a smaller guy than Andrews, but he's a very physical corner, to me, one of the better tackling and run stopping cornerbacks in football. So this is no surprise to see this here. But Hayden in this two high look, cover two look here. Going to play the flat, going to come downhill and go low. You can't go high at Mark Andrews. We're going to go low, take out his legs, and make the tackle. So a really good close and aggressive finish there from Joe Hayden. And again, no surprise here. That's nothing new in this game. If you've been watching him for any length of time, but still making that play. I thought the corners did a good job defending that quick game and some of those flat patterns in this contest. So this turns it from whatever the down and distance is, 2nd and 8 into, let's see what it turns into. I should have prepared this better, but 3rd and 8. So no gain on this play forces them into 3rd and long. And do they get off the field in this play? They do get some pressure on this play. And so that second down stop that Hayden had, not allowing any yak, making a big open field tackle on Mark Andrews, is vital to getting off the field on those critical possession downs. Some of the Steelers stopping the quick game was recognizing there would be a lot of quick game. And schematically, they played a lot of cover two. Maybe that's one reason why the run defense wasn't as good, though. There's a lot of reasons for that. I wouldn't solely put it on a schematic thing. But again, you're getting a too high look and allows the corners to be aggressive and play these underneath throws. And so on this play here. Huntley wants to throw something, it's kind of a Hank concept or a Henry concept where you got the curl flat going on here. Both cornerbacks taking this away because they can, because they have some safety support over the top. They're not worried about being threatened vertically as they would be in cover one or cover three. And so it forces Huntley to scramble here. He runs into the butt of his own right guard here, and Chris Wormley gets credited for the sack. And so, from a schematic standpoint, it's playing your cornerbacks, in that cloud coverage, that soft coverage, or that I shouldn't say soft coverage, but you know, uh, cover two, flat coverage is what I'm trying to say, and forces Huntley to go elsewhere with the football. He tries to tuck and run on this play, and you get a good outcome here. A little bit of luck on this outcome, but you take it. First and goal from the 7, and we showed that example a couple clips ago. Joe Hayden making the tackle in the flat. We're going to watch Cam Sutton to the bottom do the same on Devonta Freeman on this little sprint left play here to hit the back in the flat. And this time it's Cam Sutton coming downhill and making the tackle. And again, going low, cutting out the legs against a bigger guy and making that stop. So a really big tackle there on first and goal. Again, Baltimore 0-2 in the red zone. And that was, again, vital first half action. You're keeping that score down to allow Pittsburgh an opportunity to kind of get their offense going here. So just a strong tackle there from Cam Sutton. And I don't believe there's even really a gain on this play, 1 yard. And so you definitely take 1 yard there on first and goal. And that actually leads us into the very next play, which is second and goal from the 6. And again, empty set here. It's a lot of matchups, a lot of isolation. In Pittsburgh, it's a one-step drop here for Huntley. Overall, they're taking away that quick game pretty well. Now it's red zone. Things get condensed. They can be, in some respects, easier to do, but in some respects, it can be harder because just one guy has to get open on a pick route or rub route or somebody not communicating properly. A little bit of space is all you need. But Huntley there, top of his drop. There's really nothing available. Maybe Andrews, but you got Minka underneath. That's a tough throw to make. And so overall, you're just physical at the line of scrimmage. You're not allowing freer releases there, and you're forcing Huntley to, drop his eyes and try to run, and ends up running into Hayward and Watt on this play. Unfortunately, the play was negated by the Kim Hayward personal foul, the helmet-to-helmet contact, and so the Hayward-Watt sack gets wiped out. But not looking at that part for a second, just looking at the coverage on this play, just good tight coverage in the red zone, and that's a big reason why Baltimore did not convert any of those red zone drives into touchdowns. Steelers safeties got in on the action as well. Pittsburgh played a lot of big personnel. Three safety sets against 13 personnel was pretty common in this game. So we'll see three tight ends in the game here for Baltimore. One, two, three. Receiver to the bottom, pistol formation. See Miles Killebrew come in the game here. He's going to make the tackle here in the left flat on the tight end, and a really strong wrap up tackle. Killebrew has had that kind of specialty third safety role and some big personnel this year against the Clevelands and Baltimores, which will go multiple tight ends or fullbacks. The Baltimore Ravens did not have their fullback in this game. Patrick Carr did not play, but three tight ends on the field, and Killebrew making an open field tackle. Not on Andrews, so it's not against a top tier tight end, but still, it's an open field tackle there. This is 2nd and 9, and so it turns it into a third and long play. And so you're seeing that there from Killebrew and from the secondary in this game, defending the quick game, defending the flats, the curls, making tackles, not allowing yak. Tackling seemed to be, at least in the passing game. Run game was different story, but passing game really clean in this one. Last example to show you guys comes fast forwarding into overtime here. Watch a Keller Witherspoon bottom of the screen against the slant. And yes, Huntley's throw is inaccurate and a bit behind. And so I recognize that fact. But I'm just watching Witherspoon's technique. And he's not really giving any ground here in his pedal. There's a little bit initially, but this guy's really flat footed. And there's a risk to that. But I guess he's just trusting his technique and what the receivers, doing and showing him, and the help he might have over the top here with Minka Fitzpatrick. But really just playing that quick game and playing that curl, anticipating that stuff coming and being able to drive on that football. And even if that's an accurate pass, I think there's a good chance Witherspoon breaks it up or at least makes the tackle. And so a 2nd and 9 situation, quick game here at empty. And I think just kind of thinking it through, whenever you see empty, probably means Baltimore is going to go with more of that quick game because they don't have the tight ends, they don't have the backs staying in to protect these things, so the ball needs to come out a bit quicker. And so maybe that's some of the tape study and educated guesses that Witherspoon is making here. But you're seeing these corners really playing tight, not allowing the easy throw underneath. That's been an issue over the years for Pittsburgh and kind of the old LeBeau spot drop cover three. A lot of easy completions. Tom Brady would open every game just throwing 5 yard hitches. And so I thought overall Pittsburgh had a good game plan to take away that quick game, and most importantly, the players executed. So I know this topic isn't as attractive as talking about some of the other splash moments in this game, but I thought overall this was a really key component to slowing down that Ravens attack, especially on a day where they were running the ball so well. If they run for 250 and they pass the ball effectively with a quick game, they're going to win that matchup. And Pittsburgh's not playing Sunday night against the Chiefs at all in the first place. And so I thought defending the quick game, making tackles, being aggressive schematically and individually were really key components for Pittsburgh holding the Ravens again to just 13 points. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you have not done so already. And thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.